And then I saw you comfort yourself. Like I felt your heart open to yourself. And I had a feeling when I was witnessing that. And I'm just curious, once you become aware of the words and you came back to yourself, were you aware of any of the emotions or feelings in your body? And then how did it feel when you comforted yourself?
Yeah, and I am heady and I talk a lot. It's something I know about myself. And so it's been easy for me to notice in the words. And I talk about this with my therapist a lot. Where there's this difference between like I will literally be in my head. Like the physical feeling would be like I'm up in my head, like I'm in my eyes, I'm thinking out of my mouth, and it's very physically in my head. And then I'll be like, like here, like it's like that. It's that what is it? It's 12 inches from your head to your heart, but it's a long way to drop. It's like there's just a sinking back into one's body and a level of comfort that I it's a physical feeling of not trying to convince myself or others with my words that I'm right. Um, I I notice this so much as well, like that difference between physically like feeling like I'm in my head. I'm like in my eyes, I'm in my hands trying to explain something. I'm in my mouth trying to like work fast. If I'm ever like losing a deal or feel threatened in a deal and someone say like, well, you better, essentially for lack of a better word or being specific, kind of, you better explain yourself. Your competitor's doing this. You better explain your price is real. Better explain yourself. We're thinking of walking away and you're like, no, 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 no. Let me explain a bunch of stuff. Um, like that's all in the head. It's all like, and my objective behind which is I've got to convince them to do a different thing, as opposed to like just like when, and again, to use a different scenario, when I'm comfortable in a deal and I know I'm going to win and I'm with the person on the other side and we're just talking about where their company needs to go and how my side can help. That those kinds of conversations, when you're really laughing with somebody and you're really planning and you're really engaged, it's a totally different in the body feeling of, oh cool, what are we going to do next? It's like the feeling of sitting on a couch relaxed with your friends when you're talking about the week to come or whatever it is, or the week that was, and you're just communicating as opposed to trying to convince people of stuff. And that difference, heady and long-winded way of saying it's like there's this difference between very tight cerebral, I gotta explain it, gotta talk real fast, gotta think on my feet, versus like from the heart of just connecting with somebody. And in that case where they're saying, hey, maybe we got to walk away, maybe we got to make a different price, your competitor's doing this, like, okay, tell me about that. I don't have to convince you, tell me about it, you can walk away anytime.